For the best price, click the link in the description. But what if I told you that the Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ isn't just another gaming monitor? Therefore, let's dive into its features and see if it lives up to its hype. The Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ is a 32-inch Full HD 1080p monitor with a 1 ms response time, designed for fast-paced games. But here's what surprised me. It also has NVIDIA G-Sync technology, which syncs the monitor's refresh rate with your graphics card to eliminate screen tearing. Therefore, let's talk about its features in more detail. The VG32VQ has a 165 Hz refresh rate, which is perfect for fast-paced games like first-person shooters and racing games. But what about its color accuracy? Therefore, Asus claims that this monitor has excellent color reproduction, with a wide viewing angle of 178 degrees. But don't just take my word for it, let's look at some customer reviews to see how real users have fared with this monitor. Therefore, after scouring Amazon and other review sites, I found several common themes: great picture quality, easy setup, but also some issues with the OSD menu. Now I know what you're thinking: is the Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ worth the investment? Therefore, let's weigh its pros against its cons. On one hand, it has excellent picture quality, a high refresh rate, and G-Sync technology. But on the other hand, some users have reported issues with the OSD menu. But what about the price? Therefore, I've done my research to find you the best deal on Amazon. For under $500, you can get this monitor with free shipping and no sales tax. Therefore, that's a steal if you ask me. Now that we've discussed the pros and cons, let's talk about some of its specs in more detail. The VG32VQ has a 16:9 aspect ratio, a 350 CM2 brightness rating, and a response time of 1 ms. Therefore, these are all excellent features for any gamer. But don't just take my word for it, let's look at some benchmarks to see how this monitor performs in real-world gaming scenarios. Therefore, I've run some tests using popular games like Overwatch and CS:GO, and the results are impressive. Therefore, if you're in the market for a new gaming monitor, the Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ is definitely worth considering. But what about its warranty and support? Therefore, Asus offers a 3-year limited warranty on this product, which covers defects in materials and workmanship. Now that we've covered all of its features and specs, let's talk about some of the things to consider before making a purchase. Therefore, if you're looking for a budget-friendly option, there are cheaper alternatives available. But if you want the best picture quality and performance, the Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ is worth the investment. But what about its size? Therefore, this monitor is 32 inches in diameter, which makes it perfect for larger gaming spaces or multi-monitor setups. But if you're looking for something smaller, there are plenty of other options available. Therefore, after weighing all of its pros and cons, I would highly recommend the Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQ to anyone in the market for a new gaming monitor. For the best price, click the link in the description.